All right, so back to this. Yeah. All right, there we go. There's no issues with screens per usual, right? But yeah, I mean, just beyond that, we're continuing on, right? I'm officially caught up in terms of uploads through part 15. This is part 16, so back on track there and again. I'll still be able to do a double today, tomorrow, the day after, though, Thursday again. That's the day where I'm probably gonna have to drop to singles. Again, we'll see what's up with that, right? But that's why I'm doing doubles now. Because again, at the very least, and I said this in the last part, my goal is to get through. I was hoping the whole mod or game by the end of this like break, winter break, Christmas season, right? But looking at it, unfortunately, I don't think that's actually going to happen. My goal and hope, though, is that at the very least we get through Sayori's route and like her whole route in terms of doing all this as well as going back and clicking some of the other choices. But we'll see, right? That's why I'm so vehement on doing these doubles. Mm. So yeah, that's something to where it's like, we'll see, right? Again, it's like, yeah, I mean, regardless, even if we just do Seor's route, like I'd still say it's more than worth it enough, right? And that's considering unfortunately no Maka route, right? But out of the remaining three, like Seori's in of itself is worth. And again, I still stand by. I think Seori in the MC, makes more sense, right? Or what would you call it? I think it makes more sense there. And that again, if anything, right, I feel like their relationship would be the best, or out of any, just still prefer Monica's character, right? But it's like, that's besides the point. But yeah, I guess getting back into it, in the last part again, pretty much well, where we ended off was we ended off with Sayori right in front of our house. So that's why, I stopped there. I'm like, okay, I'll save that for the next part. But again, something to where it's like, in terms of that, so I mean, seemingly because obviously the MC was feeling bad, right? And he consoled with Yuri and then somewhat with Monica, right? But obviously, he was way overblowing it. And in this situation, we also see that Sayori again, she was feeling bad too, right? I mean, otherwise she wouldn't be in front of her house. So presumably to have a conversation, talk with the MC, right, about what had happened. So still my double waters. Last time I actually went through both of them. Um, well, I guess the second one I didn't have all the way filled up, which was on me, and that's probably why I went through them all. But at least I'm ensuring I'm getting enough water for the day, that my water intake is good. But yeah, so no more just drinking one water bottle within like 13 minutes and then not having water for the rest of the thing. So it's also a good way to ensure you're actually getting enough water, just like having a water bottle to like sip on just throughout the day. You don't even really need to drink water with like meals. Because like I can say I don't really drink water with meals. I'd either have like milk, like juice, like orange juice, or like if like I'm eating out, I have like a soda or something, right? Or I rarely drink with meals. I'd say drink like alcohol, right? That's more so like standalone thing, at least for me, right? Unless it's like something fancy, but that's besides the point. But just sipping and drinking water throughout the day, honestly, is a good way to stay hydrated. So ensure you're getting enough water. And especially if like one of those water bottles that like tells you like, because I just got two random water bottles out the pantry, right? But if you have a water bottle that like tells you how much you're drinking and how much you need to drink by what time, because they do make water bottles like that. Like again, that's it's actually pretty good there. And then you don't even need to worry because it's got set up for you, right? Mm. So yeah, but beyond that, right again, that's besides the point. We just need to get back into it, and we'll see how this conversation goes. Because again, right, the MC's been too hard on himself, and I think we're gonna see that here. So, aside from me is hardly unexpected. Neither of us know what to say. Aftermath and previous encounter still lingers, but again, it was just left on. It was just a bad taste, a bad note footnote to leave off on, right? It wasn't a permanent, them like a shattering of their relationship, right? It was just an argument, like you said. When I come in, no, stay outside. It's like she's the one in front, sitting in front of the door. After dumping my school stuff down, I turn to face her. The awkwardness doesn't dissipate. So which one wants to say? Don't even know where to start. Well, first, she probably obviously didn't go to school today, right? Well, I mean, the MC even knew this from when Monica told. Well, no, he told Monica that. So, see, tears made me feel Sayor's eyes, and the powerful side to embrace her experience more. Really shouldn't have kicked you out like that. But here's the thing: you can't blame Sayori. Like this is a situation where neither of them are at fault. It's just, again, when because they basically completely turned their previous relationship or sort of their relation with each other like completely upside down, right? Between him confessing and then her telling him the truth, right? Basically how they knew each other got completely flipped and turned on its head. So just that's like a natural, reaction to such a thing. They really just needed some time off, away from each other to think about it. And that's what they got. And now they're coming back together, right? He's realizing that, obviously she's blaming herself, right? But it's like it's not even her. It's just again, they need to reconnect, I guess, again, but more so just for short term, keeping you in the dark. So scared, and the whole thing's so confusing. It's me who should be apologizing. Sorry for being pushy, shouting at you, and being such a lousy friend. And how I acted on Friday. But again, we know neither of them are at fault. Sorry without restraint. Could never hate you. My best friend. So scared after a fight that I pushed you away. Again, it's the same issue, same worry, but from her. My heart breaks, she sobs and clings to me. Instinctively, I wrap my arms around her and hold her close. So silly sometimes. You can never push me away. I'm your best friend. Recently, but I'm wondering if I deserve to be. Because they both hate themselves, right? Made you cry. My own tear started leaving. With concern etched all over her face. She leans forward and carefully brushes the tear away. It's the last thing I want to do, and I hate myself for it. Back, I can't really blame you. It must have been so frustrating from your perspective. Just want things to go back to normal. And again, that's what it comes down to, how things were, right? It's like a huge weight's been lifted just by hearing those words. And again, similar to, let's say, I don't want to say the festival, but like similar to the time they had apart. Obviously, moving forward, things can change, but they can't really ever put this behind them, right? But it's also like this is much of a more like I guess what would you call it? Like I don't want to say productive, but a growth, moment, right? So I guess in their now established relationship. So here's me thinking you didn't want to be friends anymore. Can never stay mad at you. You mean too much. We agree we're both a bunch of clowns and we're just both some goofballs, trying to forge ahead. There's a watery smile. She clings to me a little harder. That sounds fair. To hear that laugh again. Always be here for you, even though I can be a dense idiot. I will never change. Surprised with tears, even tear masks, marks all down her face, tussle. She still looks absolutely beautiful. I mean that. Gently thumb away one of her tears. Of course I do. Rose into my once more into my chest. Feels incredibly intimate to be able to hold her in this state of vulnerability. I mean, but it's I wouldn't say well, obviously vulnerable, right? But it's you grow out of it, right? Again, that's why you wait outside my house. I really want to see you. I couldn't face school day. I wasn't sure if you wanted to see me. But again, she bared that risk and it ended up turning out well. So both thought the other person didn't want to see us when we both really want to see each other. What are we like? This is my chest. Such close distance. I can actually feel vibration. This what the fuck? Superpowers? You told me she didn't think you were the kind of person to, and again, because he consoled you and you're at a point. I mean, it's like because sometimes you need that third party, outside perspective and then expertise. She looks up. Yuri? Yeah, I bumped into her over the weekend while I was at the park. Needed some fresh air. Didn't reveal much. I just told her we had a fight. She was really empathetic and understanding. Sounds like her. She is such a dependable friend. And even if he did tell her, like, I don't think Yuri would tell anyone else. Like, one of the few people that wouldn't. She's right. I hate conflict. Don't like staying angry. Super convenient for an idiot like me. I was going to try and find you earlier, but I thought I should give it a bit more time first. You're here now, so glad you came to find me. Super glad we made up. Got your shirt wet. Okay, like A, you don't cry that much. Like, let's be real here. Like, you're not crying to the point where a shirt's drenched. B, what are you trying to insinuate that he should like change now? Should I freaking should I turn this on and see what's gonna happen? Like, not the first time he spelled something. What the fuck's that supposed to mean? That one time, I don't know this. One time, made your point. Hey, That's why you don't only own one shirt, right? All attention and stress have been carrying over the past day's lesson. It's like finally breathe. Like I've had some time to think about what he told me. Understand depression and all. I can't imagine what you're going through. I mean, he's like, I'm a clinical psychologist. What I do know is that will be my best to be there for you. And that's what you need to be. That's what she needs you to be, right? You're not the one who's going to cure, but you're the one who's going to be her support. Unsure about your feelings. We can go whatever pace, even if you want, even Jesus Christ, go whatever pace you want to go, even if you even want to go at all. Because I do like you, I really do. Just she bites her lip. I'd hate to drag you down, to get you involved. And I know you see it like that, but I see it differently. It's forcing me to make my decision. I'm choosing to get involved because I want to, because I like you. I don't see you as a burden at all. So yeah, it's like he'd rather be in her life than not. That's what it comes down to, right? Even if he needs to bear that burden, or you help me feel better, the Argos in the club. So get up and keeping everyone's spirits high, breaking up fights, restoring the peace. Again, and he's like thinking of all the positive and good times they had. Give something back to you, and again, doing something for her. I know you don't see it, but to me, you're worth an awful lot. I care about you so much. So many other things. There are people out there who are more worthy of your time. He doesn't view it that way. None of those are people are you, though. Those could replace you. Grew up with you. You're my best friend for a reason. Members who share the jokes, the stories, the adventures. Share them with you and only you. Big reasons to why my childhood was happy. Of course, we see each other like every day. You say we're inseparable. Here we are now. Even after years apart, we get along like nothing ever happened. Basically, you're very special to me. You've got heart gold, whether you can see it or not. Start to sniffle again. No one's ever said something like that. I'm glad to be the first. And again, it would make sense because we know that she's probably in a similar situation where she didn't really have our friends besides like the MC, right? Obviously, until the club, that is, but still unsure. It's still really confusing. Your hugs are really comforting. Make you feel like everything might be okay if just for a few moments. I don't know what you want me to say, but I don't know. I still feel like I'm being selfish. I thought you liking me back would make the rain clouds go away, but obviously that's not that simple, right? Depression knows well quick fix. Say yours words still disappoint me. And say it would be easy. Starting to find just how difficult this can be. That's okay. Well, I mean, we know she's already on antidepressants, so it'd be nice though. I guess we could just start by taking everything slowly. You're not jump into going on official dates or telling everyone we're together yet. But we do know that this happens at some point. So we have an idea to the extent that it goes, right? How far it goes. But obviously now they're just keeping it slow. Whatever pace you want to go, not making the wrong choice. And again, what it was Outcast was the one where they had that like nude scene with Yuri, or was that Fallen Angel? I don't know. It was one of the two. Honestly, it was probably Fallen Angel. She's telling me if I'm being burned, I won't hold against you if you don't want to be with me. You don't have to worry about all that. Trust me. As much as I like you, I don't want you going through with this just because it's what I want. No, I kind of want to. Kinda. Do I just can't shake off this feeling I'm not worth your time. Even though what you said just now really helped. Feeling worthless, something I felt for a long time. It's hard to shake the feeling because she's been however long without the MC, right? Like years. And class don't feel as bad. It'll be okay. Snow will. See through storm, and I'll be your umbrella. One of the sweetest things. Yeah, poetic too. Literature club's really rubbing off. He's like, hey, I'm a literature expert now. Be a next Shakespeare. Especially we're taking things slow because there's summer exams. Well, shit, better not fail. Fucking history, Sakura's class, right? We should probably both be focusing on those. You're right. Once they're over, take your hand, lock your fingers with mine. We'll just have to wait, won't we? I should probably get started with revision. Yeah, it makes sense. I'll see you later. Okay. There's that we embrace once more. I wanted to be able to hold her close, inhaling her scent. Motherfucker's like smelling like he said, fucking Christ. The strand of her hair. It's heaven. Made in heaven? Oh my god. No. What? Two freaking JoJo's. Freaking saw myself playing a soft kiss on her forehead and break free. Closing the door for her, mine catches up to my lips. Are you outside or inside? I hear her soft giggle while she closes the door. All right. Oh my god, the freaking transition. Fucking. All right. Let's see. Back in the club. Damn, what a fucking literal just transition to back in the club. Fisher and poems. I guess we got a little bit of free time before we have to pack. And this is still before exams, right? So relieved that all these okay, never mind. Answer my question. It's right after, but so it's seemingly just right before break, I guess. 2 weeks of my blur of notes, frantic last minute cramming and bucket load stress. Okay, let's be real here, right? Exams shouldn't go this way. Like and this is for both high school and college. Like you have time to, prepare. It's you don't need a last minute cram, right? Like let's be real here. If this is where scheduling and planning comes into play, like you can like you don't need to do all this shit last minute. Like you can plan this shit out, schedule the shit out, right? Where you're not just frantically cramming last minute. Like you can actually like have a healthy study schedule, but who knows? Student life in a nutshell. Thankfully, today marks the end of assessments. It also does help those dying spend more time. I mean, that makes sense. Not everyone's exams go mixed bag. Was never a huge fan of math. So that one could have gone better. Tell me about it. Physics wasn't much better. Shit. What about history? Coulomb's law, Ohm's law, Lenz's law. I still don't get. What about co-laws or Coe's law? Fucking hell, Christ! I messed up the joke. Biology went pretty well. We learned about the brain. The brain's teaching itself. But those are both science. It's like, how are you like doing that well at biology but not well at physics? The only was tricky. I say I think we're learning about how brains work. Our own brain. That's why I'm like the brain is teaching the brain. If you're a zombie, I'm not sure I understand. Zombies aren't capable of. Actually, zombies. I mean, shit. Who knows, right? Zombies don't even exist. Like it's a fictional thing. It's like it's because they like to eat brains. I was gonna be like, what do you mean they're not? They're a fictional being. Ah, ah. Oh, Yuri. Did you do well? I suppose my performance wasn't too bad. Come on, Yuri. We all know you're real smart. Well, shit. What class is she in? Bet you had ace like all your subjects. We literally don't know what classes she's taking. Ah, know how to put her on the spot, don't you? Nancy, I'm definitely with you. I've never been a fan of exam season. The amount of stress involved. Listen, I'm gonna be 100% honest. Like, it's most of the time. I'm not gonna say all the time because there are exceptions, like people who take like 6 fucking APs or people who are like extreme, like extreme like hard majors in college if they're like literal rocket scientists, right? Because I knew a guy who was in aerospace engineering, so literal rocket scientist, right? It's an exception, but it's like most of the time it's just because people can't schedule or plan ahead or they get like sidetracked, and that's what leads to the last minute cramming. Like again, it's just I'm just putting it out there, right? It's just something towards like if you would just actually like plan this shit out, like it would make things a lot easier. She really rubs her temples. Juggle academics with their extracurriculars. Hey, her fucking tennis, right? But when's the actual tennis season? I don't know. I want to say it's fall, but I have no clue. Maybe it's spring. Yeah, I have no clue. Here's the thing, because I did extracurriculars. It again, because usually it was more of an issue for wrestling, right? Because like, freaking running cross country and track, the people who do that are usually like smart and usually do well at academics. Wrestling, for whatever reason, was the complete exact opposite, where people are like struggle with academics. So like they were very like supportive of, okay, take actually focus on your academic. You're a student athlete, not an athlete student. That's what our coach would say. It's like take your time with your academics. If you're having issues, like communicate with us, right? It's like they're very supportive of you like prioritize your academics and then getting those out of the way before you focus on your extracurriculars, right? So it's like, I mean, obviously you're still committing time, but it's like, there's a clear priority there. So it's really not that bad. They still make life any easier. Base drops. That's enough of that. Why don't we have a Christmas party? No, don't break into the fucking school. Just do it at someone's house. That's so fun. Pretty much like that. That's wonderful. Any good way to see the year off? Okay. Can't see one now. Yay. It's pretty unanimous vote. Sit around mine. That's why I was like, I still don't understand why they broke into the school. Schwartz, Monica, and Yuri. As you mentioned, all students would want to break into school twice. Dude, I still don't even know why you did that once. Like, you literally could have just held that at someone's house. Yuri could have brought the wine and you could have actually fucking drank it. Stern visits betrays no humor. Looks like my joke didn't quite. Dude, I don't even understand why they did it the first time. Got all that sorted. Quickly checks the clock. I'm going to have to get going, so now's a good time to call a session. See you guys at the party. Dude, okay, there's more to plan than just say, like, okay, we'll have it at his house. Date, well, not a date, but like when's the date, it's happening on, right? And then time of day, like specific time. What are we actually like, who's all bringing what? Like, are we gonna have food? Are people bringing like activities, right? Like what's going on there? Again, it's like you can't just be like, all right, MC's house, everyone skedaddle, right? That's like not how that shit works. That way and go our separate ways. Oh wow, that was a quick transition. Fucking Christ. Guess we are done with everything we need to for the day. This mod, one thing I did notice is that this mod is very willing to skip like swaths of time. Like I haven't really come across an arm. I'm gonna ignore the flashback sequence right now, but this mod's very willing to skip large swaths of time. We haven't really seen other mods that would do that. It would very much be on a day by day basis, or maybe they skip like a week. But this mod's very willing to skip large swaths. I guess because I'm trying to think of what would be similar. Which mod would be similar to that? I guess Fallen Angel skipped large swaths of time. For as much as I don't like it, it was something that that mod did because I remember it went into the next year. What else? So that skipped large swaths of time. I think Salvation ended in the winter, but I don't think it actually skipped like time like during the mod. I just think it ended there. But yeah, that is something that I just noticed that this mod's very much willing to do it. I mean, you get the transition, so you can see like, okay, it's just the next day, right? Or next, I guess, like interactions that they had. I mean, though, she texted everyone suggesting a secret Santa where you all buy each other presents. Okay, so this is literally before the party. Okay, so I thought this was a flashback sequence, but no. You know, with hers, my Santa, which puts a damper on things. So I was looking forward to Christmas shopping with her. Name fancy going to line. Send a message, Yuri. That makes sense. Like, if anything, he could be like, hey, Yuri, what should I get Sayori? And then Yuri'd probably have a good idea, right? Well, as I wasn't Yuri Santa, she agreed. Although in typical Yuri fashion, she was quite surprised. I mean, that would make sense. But also, here, okay, we can start playing this out because given that Yuri was willing to go shopping with him, he probably isn't her Santa either. So some things never change. I will admit, oh wow, I was about to say we got a completely different outfit, like sprite pack. So, any idea what to get Monica? Oh, so Yuri has Monica. That's why I was like, so we know it's either Monica, or Natsuki that has the MC then. But I was gonna say like I've actually never participated in a Secret Santa, which was pretty crazy, I guess. For as popular as it seems, just not only in work because like there are workplaces that do it. We did something similar. Holy shit. Yeah, we did something similar for wrestling where you would get like a $5 to $15 like gift. You would like put it in the middle and then everyone would like draw one. And then you could either take someone else's gift or you could take a gift from the middle. It was actually pretty crazy. But shoot, what did I don't even remember what I ended up getting. I do remember one year I gave like a gift card. I gave like a $10 bill. That was my lazy year. I gave the gift I got the year previously, and then my last year I kind of went all out and made like a special like costume or like outfit for like it was like a wrestler of the week thing, but again, it was just like yeah, that was funny there. That was actually pretty fucking funny, but it's obviously not the same thing, right? But that would be the closest way. I've never actually participated in actual Secret Santa, and again, like workplaces do it, like friend groups do it. So it's I guess I don't know. I just never participated in one. But again, I did want to say though, because it's winter, obviously you can see the fucking snow, so the background's different. But also as we're seeing, Yuri's wearing an overcoat, right? So she has a different character sprite there, which is something I wanted to point out. That was pretty cool. It's cool to see all the different outfits that the characters have and character sprites they got. I mean, we saw the Halloween outfits, and now we're seeing like winter outfits, like Yuri wearing a freaking like black trench coat. Like some ideas, but nothing I'm truly certain. Part of the downside shine for someone is that when you don't know them well, you can never be sure what they want. Say constellation. I don't really know what to get Sayori either. Never been that great with presents. Maybe a new boat. Bro, don't get something she already has. That's a terrible idea. Moon's clothing makes no sense. He's like, bitch, I can't wrap my head around it. Talk to her about our fashion sense. We have the entire day ahead of ourselves. It'd be sensible. Look at their recipients' hobbies and go from there. Yeah, like, and that's also flawed mentality because what was it? Someone mentioned getting Monica a new tennis racket. The issue with that is it implies you know about tennis rackets more than her. Because if you get her a new one, chances are it'll be just a piece of shit and like worse than the one she already has, right? So you gotta go with you gotta go with something they wouldn't also get themselves. Yeah, so it's like again, hopefully we'll be able to find something. And this background's different too, because water bottle one down. It's time to open number two. Or actually 25 minutes in. That's actually not too bad. So it's the same, downtown background, but it's a freaking downtown street. But obviously it's winter, right? So busy. Seems like half the entire town is dedicated to Christmas shopping. Constant feeling of your hand nervously. It's clear Yuri's a fan of crowds. Staying quite close to me, eyes bouncing whenever someone passes. I mean, yeah, you're in the freaking downtown section, so it's gonna be crowded. I've had an idea. Oh, Aka plays piano, so I imagine she'd be into music. Spoken more about kind of bands, any musicians? Now you mention it. Hold on. I didn't notice that freaking like what would you call I don't know, just part of the music, but because I was gonna say it's also custom music, but let's see. Exactly aligned. We both tend to appreciate music with thoughtful lyrics. His preference towards music lyrics with kind of a wordplay. Jordan's much of a rap fan, though. She began to appreciate the thought and effort. And that's freaking, what would you call it? That's an Act 3 reference. Like how Monica in Act 3 referenced the wine bottle. She also referenced rap music there. Or I guess, like, what was it? Like Poetry Slam or something? It's basically the same thing, just not like. So with poetry, lyrics can be a powerful way to express your thoughts, your battles you're going through, the demons you face. Effort of music can be incredible, not just on the listener, but the artists themselves. But again, also needs to be something that connects. Famous singer Freddie Mercury, outside the band he was in, he was shy, but actually rather introverted. Really? Voice he was flamboyant and confident when he was on stage. It was like, but I mean, obviously, that's just an act, right? It was only when he was on stage. As a performer, he was, of course, as bold, confident, and rambunctious as you may think. Yuri? Oh, goodness, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to go off on a tangent. Anyway, yeah, I think the music store would be a fine place. I don't think that's too bad of an idea, get like an actual like music, like, physical copy of like a music, because chances are they don't own any nowadays, right? Because all that shit's digital. Let's make a move. We're in the music store, right? Can't read this shit. Music shop's much quieter. Wow, very ironic. You're visibly relaxed, taking a deep breath. Much better. But where do you suppose we should start? Been playing the piano for a long, right? So you must still be a novice. So on a feasible choice, present grabs my attention. How about these? Over with you're looking on cautiously. It's basically a guide on how to play popular songs on piano. Also, another thing I wanted to note, because I talked about this in the last one, having, these interactions with, the side characters or the characters of the route or characters other than the one whose route you're on really go to elevate the mod experience, right? And elevate that mod, take it from good to great, right? Because it shows that the mod makers actually put in effort and gave a damn about the art characters, as well as the club. Again, unlike Let's Fallen Angels, the one I usually dog on, because literally just takes the other three characters who aren't Yuri and just fucking throws them in the trash, right? And then throws the trash out the window. I mean, for lack of, to be quite frank, that's what it does, right? It just completely like screws over the other three, and just completely dogs on them at the expense of Yuri, right? Or focuses on Yuri at the expense of them. But again, it's something to where it's like for this, because we have these interactions, and particularly with Yuri, and my guessing is the reason why we had so many Yuri interactions is because what is it? Because we freaking invited Yuri here, so he was able to like spend more time with her. So, but it really just shows how much they actually care and like the effort they put into it. Like this is something I very much appreciate. Granted, we haven't had as much time with Natsuki or Monica, but again, right? That's something to where it's like at least we have the time with Yuri here. And again, something I really appreciate. Like that's why I want to take a moment to like talk about it, right? Because this is like the second or third time it's happened, but it's something you don't grow tired of. It's like, it's not like a waste of time. It's like, oh, let me get back to Yuri. It's not like that at all. It's like, oh, I'm very much glad they're actually focusing on the art characters as opposed to like the Fallen Angel types where they just focus on one at the complete expense of the rest, right? Fucking just portraying them like absolute dog shit. But checking the description again, and chances are we'll get Monica and Natsuki on other routes too. So unfortunately, not Monica's, but I'll still spend time with her outside, but especially cared for the beginners. So the pages. Never heard Monica discuss these artists. You might not even want to learn to play any of these. Suggestion was a good one. I mean, but it's also something where it's like you want to give them something that they wouldn't already like do or have, right? That's what it comes down to. It's dismissive. It's a pretty smart thing. Also, I'm glad I'm actually playing this during the winter because it's like, oh, I'm actually experiencing the worst season, right? Suggested. Let's keep looking. Something CC or something from here as well. I mean, but if it's fitting, then knew what tastes were like when they were younger, but I have no idea if they changed. I mean, it would make sense if it was fitting. Probably best to come with her one day. My Monica's talking about this song. Pure what she's looking at, the retro aisle. No, she was into really old songs. I can see it. Correctly, this appealed to her more so from a metaphorical perspective. What's more is the song is actually storing itself. So I remember Castaway lost seat, slowly losing all hope. After a mate, it's been a year since he wrote SOS. That fucking song. That's what I was like. Describes how he resigns himself from his fate, accepting that he's alone, cut off from the real, with no one to save him despite his efforts. He realized that there are balls scattered around the shore, so he realized our people sharing his loneliness. Shares his loneliness with our people. Yeah, it's just message in a bottle. Telltale told in under 5 minutes. Isn't quite listened to. The themes that underlie the song and message portrays powerful. Power of loneliness, stemming from an individual cut off from the real world, desperately seeking someone to rescue them, the loss of hope. Between your mind could probably go on for hours if this explanation is anything to go by. But yeah, it's just message in a ball. I'm pretty sure that's what the song is, right? I don't remember who it was by though. Again, but it is just like, I mean, clearly Yuri knows what to get, so it's like, you know, like I'd say it's fitting, if she knows her that well, she's that into it, right? Like I'd see no reason not to. You're really looking into stuff. No one must be really worried. You didn't ask for the analysis. It's not weird at all. I think it's really cool. You don't take a song at face value. Even with the lyrics, you find all the metaphors and hymn means. It's not something I really do myself, but if it's something you enjoy, power to you. Really? Because he probably just he like listens to it. He's like, damn, this shit sound good. It's just no, like granted, that's how I treat music, but it's like ashamed of who you are. Interesting, that's great. And we're different in the sense we never look down on you for being more analytical. Probably helps you in school. Do you know how to get the vinyl for this song? Well, I don't know if she is a vinyl player. That's the thing, right? Like it has to be something, practical and they can actually use. But another idea. Should hopefully be more dependable. Okay, I was somewhere in the library back here. It's the hour for student profitable preparations. I came here for supplies. So what we need, so I'm a little more confident. What do you have in mind? No Monica handwrites a lot of things. Her poems are her entries are in plan diary. This is actually a good idea, noticing something they do and then gain something for that, right? Boys around the look and feel of a well-crafted fountain pen. These are quite rare. Most people use bureaus or ballpoints. Well, you mentioned that. If you were my secret Santa, that's probably what I get you. I mean, but that's just at face value intuition, right? So, but I mean, he didn't, because it's not like he had that shit planned out. It's just, spark of the conversation, right? Where it's like, I could see that, like, to where he's like, I could see myself getting you that. We'll appreciate the same things. Well, I'm not really sure if she would like it. I suppose more dependable than vinyl. I mean, she doesn't need ink, but that's true. At least let's have a look. By his shelf, carefully saw the wide variety of fancy looking fountain pens, shapes, sizes, colors, and styles. A selection of the choices, handing each one with the utmost care. She turns them over in her hands, bringing each pen up to eye level, inspecting it from nib to edge of the cap. Totally honest, you definitely see their appeal. It's a little boring. But I mean, that's why she's not getting it for him. She's getting it for her. So, that's why you're not the one who's receiving it. Sure, I'm the right person. They're much more than just a writing instrument. Either just Mel sticks holding. Dude, use a pencil then. Goddamn. Exactly can you do with a pen, right? Aside from writing. Taste? No, you can write your way into someone's heart. So what is that line from your reality, right? And watch typical reaction when I'm bored. She calls me over. This one touched me most. What do you think? Well, it's definitely pretty. The dark green against the blackles. And shit, her favorite color is green, so it's like pretty weird. I can imagine she really liked this one. Last part is exactly. He's just like, yeah, sure, she'd like it without actually fucking knowing. Just bullshit guess. Like, it's like, yeah, she'd probably enjoy it. There is a have gain lost your only one. Well, I don't mind it can drag out times. Comes with its own involving because he also needs to get Sayori's gift too. Nice little touch. I think this one will do fine. Well, shit, because imagine you get her the pen. She's like, I don't actually have ink just lying around. You sigh of relief. I had the feeling Yuri would take even longer than Sayori. Hope we don't pass by the book aisle. Shit, if you do, you're fucked. It's like, and we're back outside. Still have no idea. Anything to do with clothes are out of the picture. Don't know where style or size is. What's Sayori like to do in her free time? He just eyeballs it. He's like, huh. She's about this size. Let's see, sleep, eat. Well, obviously the MC knows the truth behind it. You're missing an obvious one. I don't think being clumsy is a hobby. yeah, fucking dumbass. Yuri is more appreciative and more nice towards Sayori than the MC, and the MC knows the truth. Like that's the one thing I'm gonna dog the MC on, that you know that's actually something that's actually on him, because his mom even told him, he's like, you should, you should calm down, with your jokes about Sayori, right? It's like, especially now that he knows the truth. Wow. I do feel like an idiot. So, like a new notebook to write poems in? Never bought a gift for a poet before. It's a viable choice. Although if I can suggest for that, for me, far be it for me to tell you what to get it, but giving you a history would not be not gonna be offended. Would be a more personalized present, something that really reminds you of her. That's also a good point. Like he can make it himself. He doesn't need to buy it. We're competitive, practically, but they aren't particularly personal. Something reminds me of her. Let's look at her poems. They're rather intimate, reflection of her inner thoughts and feelings. I liked her bottles poem. Wait, that's it. Not sure if I understand. You can buy little bars. Shit, I guess that's the solution. He just figured it out on his own. Again, the bottles one where she stores the happiness in the bottles, right? All different colors. It can be metaphors for the happy thoughts. His eyes light up. That's such a wonderful idea. Not always very thoughtful. It's also a wonderful homage to one of her best poems. She would love it. I just surprised myself. Where do you get such a gift, though? You know, or them from the internet. Well, damn, they better fucking come quickly. It's like, do you want to wrap your present for Maka at my place? Damn, so they're I'm clapping right now. I'm really glad we're getting this time with Yuri. I mean, obviously it's not her route, but it's like it really just shows that the mod makers actually care. You know, in order to set up these interactions with characters whose routes you're not on, right? Or interaction with characters other than the one who's routing them, right? It just really goes to show that they care. That's one of the big things about route based mods, right? Is that it's like, not even necessarily route based mods, but just mods about a singular character in general. So, like, obviously, Fallen Angel did it terribly. Outcast did it better, still wasn't great, but it was a much more like simple, straightforward mod, so it kind of gets the pass for that. I don't want to bring up like New Eyes, Rain Clouds. Like New Eyes and New Eyes did a fantastic job between Yuri and Natsuki, and then also Yuri and Sayori. It's like fucking perfect. Rain Clouds, obviously, you don't really spend much time with Natsuki, but you do get that one interaction with like that one time spent with Yuri, so that's good there. Behind closed doors didn't do it as great, but again, it was also more kind of gimmicky with the whole jumping perspective thing. What other mods are there? Summer Hope. Summer Hope did it pretty well, if I recall. But it was also more like story based anyway, as opposed to just purely route based. Salvation, same deal. But again, it's like this is stuff that I really appreciate. Like I really do. So I'm taking up a lot of your time. And I'd hate to. It's like it's Christmas here. We'll give or take a few days. Come on, if you're sure. Oh my god, fucking! I would. Okay, now I'm mad because I was expecting we were gonna get an interaction with Yuri, but they just fucking cut straight to this bullshit. That now I'm actually mad about that. That shit. Right after I go on a fucking, you know, t- what the fuck was that ringtone? I was about to say, so it's actually is Christmas now. We got the decoration set up. The ball guy's about fucking one punch, dude. Ellis intrusions immediately forgive once I really see or tell me she's here. And then she's wearing the same outfit, obviously. Someone's in a good mood. So as we share an embrace, I affectionately roll my fingers through her hair. So we've seen Sayori and Yuri's like winter outfits, right? We still just need to see Natsuki and Maka's, right? Of course, exams are finally over. All presents are sorted, and I get to spend the day with you. Well, shit, we don't know who Sayori has. It's probably not the MC. I'd say chances are Monica or Natsuki of the MC, right? Well, that's how Secret Santa works. If you can't like get, the same person who gets you a gift, right? See, I mean, if they'd like draw names and stuff like that, that would make sense. So, shores the cushion, which she delightfully obliges. Seeing her, see her, nuzzle into me, an arm around her, feeling a warm body next to mine. It's past few weeks of mine worth the wait. What the fuck? Why'd that go by so quickly? It's a present for you, is your every right to be. We get her in her eyes light up childish excitement. You're not supposed to tell him, but I guess this is a noble exception. Can I try and guess? Can, but it doesn't mean I'll tell you. I'll wait until the hours are here. Okay. Is it a new boat? That was something I considered. That'd be a terrible gift, dog. Sure, boat suits you. I didn't want to mess with that. Besides, I don't actually know your style very well. Future reference, I like blue. Well, shit, but look at her outfit, right? Well, it'd really go well with your eyes, which would make you look even prettier. It's like, you're really sweet, you know that? And it's like, but also like that's actually a thing for me, like, because in case you didn't know, right? I have red hair and blue eyes, so it's like I've got the same look. Obviously, I'm male, right? And my hair is like different, it's more curly. So I've got the same I've got the same look going as Sailor, but blue is actually my favorite color too. So again, right? Something where it's like, green actually brings out red better, but obviously like blue eyes, right? Blue would make more sense there. So it's like that's why, like, if I ever get, because I have a black suit, right? But this black suit with like a blue tie. That's why I went with blue there. But seriously, I don't think I've ever told you this, but well, now you did. It's like your eyes and the way your hair falls over your face and the way your smile is. Damn, dude, chill the fuck out. It's like, like the rest of the people are about to be here. Like, goddamn, like, dude's like, all of a sudden, he's like now deciding to like flirt with you, where like, it's like, dude, it's like chill, like, goddamn. But yeah, it's like, I just find that funny. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm gonna make my day better by just being there. One say over the past few weeks, tumbling out of my mouth. Shit, dude, it's not like you haven't seen her at all. Like, so I can be a romantic. I don't know where these words are coming from, but they just feel right to say. Ever told you so much you mean? Face inch closer, I can feel warm breath. Dude, like the rest of the girls are about to be here, like, goddamn. Broken on by voice, which low to a whisper. Our history's been a little consistent, but to be honest, you're here now, we're here now, and that's all I care about. Nervous anticipation, coos slightly, eyes shining with bliss. Hammering on aware of what's about to happen. Both lean forward. That's you fucking dumbass. Like, how did he not see this coming? It's not like you haven't talked, and like haven't seen each other the past few weeks. Like, there's no reason for you to like let all this shit out now. Like, I'm sure that it means paying a disappointment. Now of all times. Every side, I reluctantly pull myself away. Hey guys. And then again, this is obviously Maka's, what would you call it? Her winter outfit. I was about to say, is she still wearing the uniform? But no, it's just the white shirt, right? She's got a red vest and then brown or like tannish trench coat. Chicken Lara and waving Yuri Natsuki. I want to see Natsuki. Okay, come on. Oh, I was about to say, like, okay, come on. Like, let's be real here, right? Sayori and Monica get fucking custom outfits, but Yuri and Natsuki are still wearing the standard ones. Like, come on, bro. It's literally the middle of winter, and Natsuki's wearing a fucking short sleeve t-shirt with skirt. Like, come on, bro. Like, I gotta call the mod makers out on that one. Granted, I assume on her route, maybe we get to see it, right? But it's like, come on, like we literally just saw Yuri with the black trench coat. Like, why is she not wearing it now? Like, and then Natsuki, I mean, like, come on, bro. I really gotta call the mod makers out on this one. Like, all we've seen, winter outfits for everyone besides, even though Natsuki's my least favorite, I still gotta call him out that because you still gotta include her, right? It's like, come on, there's no way she's walking out Christmas time wearing this. Like, let's be real here. Technically, it's my parents. Just shut the fuck up, dude. Don't like. Of course, it's your parents. Pulls an unimpressed face. It's like, yeah, you fucking dumbass. Like, keep it in good condition, just like how I remembered it. When did? Oh, because obviously we didn't see it, but we knew she came over, right? Been here before? Inquisitive look. For some reason, I'm here with the Earth Hasty. Dude, it was one time. Like, chill the fuck out. Like, you're now in Secret Santa shopping together. Had to wrap our presents here. You guys, any of you guys struggle with that? Just me being an idiot. Nasky Mars something under her breath. No, I didn't find it too easy either. Speak for yourself. It's a walk in the park. Damn, that's crazy. How about you show it to us? Such confidence. Why don't you two go first? Yeah, it's like, it's much like Natsuki. It's always darkly satisfying. She gets knocked down, peg or two. Yeah, it's like, okay, how about you go? Like, comes from someone as calm and shy as Yuri. Senior Silix Ribbon. Is everyone ready to share? 100% Natsuki has us. I'm willing to bet. I'm going to put my kidney on it. Well, no. My guess is that Natsuki has us. All right, so we already know two people who have who, right? We have Sayori. Yuri is Maka. My guess is that Natsuki has us. Here's what I'm going to say. Natsuki has us, Sayori has Yuri, and then Maka has Sayori. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to say. Of course. Natsuki, who do you have? It's playful smirk. Okay, anyway, I couldn't rap for obvious reasons. What looks like some kind of plant. So I was way the fuck wrong there. Goddamn. Wait, yeah, I was way the fuck wrong. Damn. A plant? I guess that makes sense why Yeah, it's a peace lily. I did some research. They're good at improving air quality. Bitch, fucking smog. That actually makes sense why not good to have Yuri though. So don't really know how. That's the point. Good to see you because you're supposedly good for boosting your concentration. I know I like to read a lot. These plants are apparently really good at keeping your focus and calming you down. Hopefully it's not dead. Super easy to take care of. You got this for me? So there's another Yuri in the room. Shit, the second Yuri. Why? Oh, you like it? No, it's not that. I'm just, well, it's such a thoughtful gift. You're right. It will make for perfect environment. Help me when I write poetry. Make a wonderful addition to my bedroom. Thank you. Means a lot. It's just a plant. Sheesh. For what's worth, I'm glad you like it. Merry Christmas. There it is. The merry festive spirit. So nice to see Yuri and Nasi getting along, even after their fights and differences. I mean, it is a good gift though. Like I have to give her credit. Like it's probably the best gift she could have gotten her. Because again, something she wouldn't have gotten on her own, but still something practical that she'd actually use. This gift took me by surprise. No, she was so thoughtful. Guess she doesn't have a heart after all. I'll give it to you, Naski. It's a pretty good gift. Raise the bar pretty high. Guess I'll go next. This she's like, well, what damn, I just got this way the fuck wrong in terms of who had who. Gift the expression on Naski face transforms from thinly disguised indifference to genuine shock. Is that a spice rack? Comes with a bunch of damn, it comes with the spices too. Because spices are expensive, you know. You're dumping money on spices then at that point. Because I bought in story time, fucking senior year of college. So I dormed for 3 years and then lived in my own apartment senior year, right? Shouldn't have dormed that third year, but it was like weird circumstances. But that senior year, I had my own apartment, so I was like doing adult things, like basically learn how to actually like fucking take care of myself in my own living space. But I got a spice rack because I was starting to get into cooking for myself, right? I got a spice rack and like I probably dumped like at least 100, maybe closer to like 150 on spices, but I didn't end up using half of them. So it was like, and now I know it's much more quality over quantity, right? You just need obviously salt, pepper, also get like salt, pepper, like that's just the basic, like, fucking, you want salt, pepper, garlic powder is another one, onion powder, get some sort of hot spice, like, some like spice. I don't want to say spicy spice, but some like sort of actual like hot spice there, that's for heat, right? And then flavor there. You're gonna want some sort of like chicken seasoning, like some beef seasoning, right? You know, and then honestly, that's pretty much like I hate to say it, that's pretty much all you need. Like obviously you cannot like hot, but that doesn't really count. That's like you really don't need that much. Use quality over quantity, right? So it's good. Luckily these came with the rack itself. I think these three are fennel, thyme, and one more. It's like those names probably mean more to you. Like I mean thyme, basil as well. Merry Christmas. It looks like it cost a lot. Unexpected objection with a wave. Money is money. What the fuck does that even mean? She's like, I'm rich. Because I was gonna say you really dump a lot on spices. They're expensive. Like I think people forget because you buy spices from the grocery store, and I think you forget that they're like a legit like luxury. Like back in the day, fucking people would invade other countries for spices. Like she's waltzing of Moses. Thanks. She looks to the floor. It's really nice of you. All good. Who's next? Bashfully reached into her bag. Damn, I wonder who Yuri has. This for you, Maka. Answer a small box. Grab as well. You really did go the extra mile. She unwraps, revealing the beautiful fountain pen. Pardon me if I was judged. Notice you have Ryan, whether it be for your poem or your planner. Fountain pen to be beautiful. Writes really well. Comes with a bottle of ink. Personal. I guess you'd opt for something. Right though. It is very ornate. Picks up gently rolling it. She's like, this weighs exactly. There's a really nice weight to it. Thank you. Time's pretty good. Right now, ink. She actually is a fucking fountain pen. Glad you like it. It's time to go for something musical, something to do with piano. I wasn't sure what things you were learning with the instrument, so I figured piano was safe to bet. Beth Ink gives it a test run. Why it's really well. Where did you get this? I'm tempted to visit the shop myself. Just a shop in town. Just be mindful not to press too hard. It's really easy for the ink to flow. He wants a puddle of ink. Again, yeah, no reference to your reality. Duly noted. Wait, hang on. Going by the process of Sayori, did we get each other? It's like, yeah, he's like, wait a second. He's like, we must have gotten each other. We are the only ones left. I think so. Do you want to go first? Here you go. She has me a medium-sized rectangular object wrapped in stealthy red paper. What the fuck did she get him? What did she get him? A book? So join the literature club. Oh wow. Definitely not expect to see a younger version of myself smiling up at me. I wasn't really sure what to get you. It was a game. I'm not sure what you're into. I go for more sentimental. Favorite picture of us when we were kids. So I thought giving Oh, so he literally meant it was a younger version of himself. He's like, damn, that shit's me. Remember this day. It was when our parents took us to the fair and we got you that giant cloud cow plushie. So one of the earliest memories, right? That's the one. How do you get a picture of that? We'll stay side by side, the cow staying below us, possibly huge grins on both our faces. Cow was so much shorter than we were back then. I mean, never make fun of your ability to pick out a fantastic present. Super thoughtful. For itself is a lovely touch. It's cute. I just hope my gift can stack up to yours. Here you go. Are those bottles? Yeah, as you can see, there's colored lights inside of them. Flip the lights so you can see what I mean. Oh, wow, we actually get to fucking see them. So it's collective ooze. The darkness brings out the light's true potential. We actually see the lights inside here. And again, the relation to her poem, right? Blackness, the reds, blues, greens, and yellows flare life. It's a bit strange speaking into the darkness, especially when you can't see Seagor's reaction. This is well a reference to your bowels poem. I couldn't help but notice the bowels represent your happy thoughts. Usually in these bowels, happy memory, happy thought I've shared with you. Got more than 4 happy memories, but I couldn't exactly buy 100 bottles. It's gonna sound really cheesy. 4 in the dark makes it much easier to really speak my mind. You're my happy thought. I'll give you something you can keep as a reminder of that. Merry Christmas. And then the fucking, because here's the thing, right? He says that, but the other 3 girls are in the room, right? So, granted, here's the thing: it doesn't take a genius to figure out that they're together, right? And even if they weren't officially, right, they'd still have their sneaking suspicions. So him saying something like that is like, I guess it's like the obvious. That's the confirmation, right? And they're like, oh wow, how like I flick the light back on. It's like you two need to get a room. Yeah, that's what I was like. Natsuki's like, well, damn, fucking like, should we leave or what? Like, are we still? Sorry, and to be said, this is sweet present. I think it's the best gifts I've ever had. Truly embodies thoughtfulness, and it was an excellent choice from the first moment you suggested it. Give you credit. You can really tell you two have been best friends for a while. Cheeks around as I hear that all of praise. I was hoping the president would be where I see it, but I was expecting everyone to be so impressed. You guys, not all press chair is over. Does anyone want to play something? It's like, shit, fucking, what about eating? Like, what are you going to eat? What do you have in mind? Some video. He's like, oh, yeah, I got some, I got like COD, like Warzone hooked up, like the new game. Monopoly, Trivial Pursuit, Scrabble, Cluedo. I have no idea what Cluedo is. Bitch, no one wants to play fucking Scrabble. Play Monopoly. Like, Monopoly would be a good game to play. You really do live a wild lifestyle. Suggest video games. Whenever you seem interested. Exactly my point. Yuri quickly interjects. I think Trivial Pursuit could be fun. That we get to see how smart you really are. It's like my big brain. You're on, Yuri. I'm not really into competition. There better be some questions on manga. It's like, all right, what is the first one? It's very clear games between Yuri and Monaco are roughly neck and neck. Damn, the MC's like, I'm tapped out, bro. It's been enjoying it though. Even Natsuki, even though she tries to act like the whole thing's boring, tell she's having fun. Currently, it's Sayori's turn. The color pink, the entertainment category. 90s video game characters, Banjo Kazooie are what animals? Shit, I don't actually know. Because I know the game Banjo Kazooie. I have actually no clue what animals. I didn't even know they were supposed to be like animals. You know, it's where we played together when we were kids. See, you just have to grin and bear it. I was clearly missing the cleverly concealed. A fucking bear and a fucking obvious. I didn't know he was actually a bear. What are the choices? A bear. Oh, it's a bear and a bird. I was like, I didn't know you actually get choices. You go with the bear and the bird. Damn, that's crazy. Totally knew that. If you got wrong, we wouldn't be friends. He's like, our relationship hangs in the balance. Literature. The Japanese story starts that why was Ken Danta unable to escape hell using spiral web? Shit, I have no clue. The web was an illusion. Our prisoner also trying to use the web to break free. The devil cut the web. Nothing like an easy question. Remember reading the story a very long time ago. It's gonna bother me if I don't get it right. It's B. She flips the card over. I knew it. And our point to me. What was it? So what's B? Other prisoners were trying to use the web. Nerd. It's like knowledge about nerd is. I see almost something under her breath. Anyway, forgetting our geography question, I'm gonna flip. It's like, what's blue mean again? Don't say it's geography. It's like it's not geography. She rolls her eyes. It is, isn't it? I bounce her off. She reads the question. What's the capital of Australia? It's not Sydney. It's not Sydney. That's a misconception. It's just the largest one. Isn't it like it's like Canberra or something like that? I don't remember what the name is. Is it Canberra? Hold on, let me look up. Capital of Australia. Is it actually Canberra? Oh, it is Canberra. I got that one right. I can't believe I remember that. I just knew it wasn't Sydney. Sydney, Adelaide, or Canberra. Most people get this one wrong. Canada. Most people think it's Toronto or Vancouver. What's the capital of Canada? Is it Quebec City? Hold on. Is it Quebec City? I don't know if that's an actual city. Hold on. Capital of Canada. Okay, it's Ottawa. I don't even think Quebec City is the thing. I got that way the fuck wrong. I can feel this trick question. Like compare Sydney and Adelaide. I would have picked one of those two. Tell thing. We're gonna go with Canberra. That's right. That was easy. Too easy. Adelaide. Would have picked Sydney. Yeah, you dumbass. Who's learning now? Shut up. It's like science one. So these arteries is a major artery of the forearm and wrist. Carotid, radial, femoral. Well, femoral is in the femur, right? Carotid, I don't know. It's radial, right? I think it's the radial. I know it's one. I'm fairly certain it's the radial. Yeah, carotid. All I knew is what's the R one in the neck? It's like the It's like, is it actually carotid? Or no, it's the carodial vein. I don't know. Maybe, am I mispronouncing it? Let's pay attention to biology. Why does everyone think I'm an idiot? It's like, you're not an idiot by winning. Why don't you? Yeah, dumbass. It's like, can't really dispute that. Motherfucker's probably in like fourth. A couple hours passed since the end of the board game. Comfortable, lazy atmosphere set up on the room. The kind where no one can be bothered to do much after eating a hefty meal. It's night wore on. The general conversation topics grow a little more mellow and reflective. Audrey in the living room. So yours next to me. I'm finding the urge to cuddle up. No, she wants to have everyone together. Well, shit, you shouldn't have fucking. The dude basically told everyone, like, you couldn't have made it any less obvious, right? Like, the dude, come on, man. Like, as I'm trying to figure out a way to talk to her in private, she suddenly springs up whispers. Girls glance in my direction, Monica giggles. Both of them get up and enter the kitchen. It's like, dude, I'd be 100% suspicious of that. I'm like, okay, what the fuck are they doing? Strange change behavior calls me to raise an eyebrow. What are you two doing? You'll find it's all interesting gonna be something stupid. Not seeing something the way she delivered the line roused my suspicions further. That's over Nosky here. Both are in a poker face. As good as a poker face as they can be. So the MC's like, all right, what the fuck's going on? Like, what's happening? Like, either of you guys know what's going on? Oh, he's gonna mess this up. Dude, what the fuck is about to happen? Don't be so rude. What? Come on, it's gonna be so funny. You guys know I'm literally staying right here. Just be a sympathetic look. Tell you, but I've been told not to. I'll ruin the supplies. Can everyone drop this Illuminati stuff and just tell me what it's got into? You come here? Well, I oblige. Welcome to see our muck. I notice the foreign looks really nervous. Man, I don't know what was in the food just ate, but it's making you all act super weird. Bitch, he's like, I poisoned the food. He's like, that would be the rice, and I slipped into the turkey. Is it like a mistletoe or some shit? Like, let me guess, it's gonna be a mistletoe. Like, wow, you know what a surprise there. Slips away from us. Shouldn't see her wings. She does. Look, damn, fucking, it's almost like I'm a genius. Okay, but here's the thing, right? It could have been some shit where they were sitting on the couch and Monica just sneaks up behind and like puts it on the ceiling. It's like, oh, look up. It's like, oh no. Why the fuck is that bolded? Is that a mistletoe? Told that earlier. I'm fairly sure it was. Yeah, he's like, wait a second. I don't remember putting that up. He's like, and I'm fully aware of what I meant to do. He's like, I don't remember putting that up. Damn, that's crazy. Fucking see herself so me. My heart starts pounding once more. It's nerve wracking enough when it's just us two. Bro, now you've got everyone looking. That's actually pretty fun. Dude, the MC like 2 minutes earlier was talking about like, oh, you know, I don't know if I should tell him or whatnot. He's like, well, what do you say? Like, I don't know if she wants to tell anyone. And they're literally they're under the mistletoe right now. So that's up with the girls, didn't you? Boy Scout's look of innocence. Leroy's face tells me all I need to know. Should have seen this coming. What time to figure out how crafty you can be. Stand right in front of me now. Expect to see clearly visible. Wants to look away. Only distant, far away part of me registers Monica's voice. Yeah, it's like, shut the fuck up. Like, no one, like, he's not paying attention to it right now. The thing I'm truly focused on is a beautiful girl in front of me. That's a lie. It's more thing focused on right now is how not to mess this up. So let's go out the window and see what. Damn, that was quite. They actually got a fucking picture of that. I was about to say, like, deadass, they actually, oh my god, they actually got a fucking picture for that. I was gonna say, like, I was not expecting that. This is actually a perfect place to end it. 59 minutes in. I was not expecting a picture. That's actually really nice. That's really good. Like, I'm glad they did this shit, you know. But it also does make me fucking because, and this is something I hate to say, you know, because at the end of the day, and I even mentioned this in like all the way going from like parts like 1 to like 3. Like I brought this up where it's like I'm always just gonna think about what a Monica route would have been. That's just kind of the reality, bud. Because like the more stuff I see on Sayori's route, the more stuff I think like what could have been included in Monica's route. And it's just that's just kind of the sad reality of it. You know, again, it's just sucks, but again, I'm still glad Yeah, because I was not expecting us to get like custom background or like pictures like this, like art. It's like that's really nice, and that's again, that's why I freaking saved the picture. But yeah, with that, I'm gonna yeah actually save over this one too. But with that, yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Yeah, we're about an hour in, so it's perfect place to end it. So, yep, that's it for this one. See you in the next one.